how a local vegetable and fruit stand sells over $900 a week by email. Get that fucking trash out of your life. You have legacies to build. We grew that business from 3.4 million to 17.1. Horsepower, not horse shit. You want to be the parent that's an ally. They don't need another fucking friend. Not everybody's cup of whiskey. Toughest advice for the toughest businessmen. Be relentless. Michael McLean, email millions.coach. My wife Krista and I were out on our weekly date night on Friday night, and we went to Bistro 54, one of our favorite Italian restaurants in town, and we got to talking a little bit about marketing and business. We both enjoy entrepreneurship, and even on our date nights, sometimes we talk business. It's just, there's no doors in my badass world. I don't have closed signs. I don't have any of that stuff. At the kitchen table, we talk about business, entrepreneurship. When I'm driving my daughter Emery to school, we talk about marketing and mental toughness and peak performance. In our world, we talk about winning. We talk about losing. I call it success spoken. So no doors in our badass world. So on Friday night, Krista was telling me this incredible story about how she buys our fruits and vegetables in bunches in the spring and summer and fall. We have this little vegetable stand 5 minutes from our lake house here that we drive by multiple times a day. But Krista was telling me, she said on Friday night, she said, do you ever wonder why I ask you to stop at the vegetable stand on the way home from work? I pick up my daughter every day at 4 o'clock, and I drive her home from school. And, once a week or twice a week, I'll get Krista will pick up the phone and call me or send me an email. And she'll say, can you pick up some corn on the way? Can you, grab some tomatoes, some cucumbers, some potatoes, all fresh stuff. So I'll stop on the way home with Emery and we'll pick up some vegetables and even sometimes some fruit. And she says, it's because I'm queued up, I'm triggered by the weekly email they send me. And I'm an email guy, right? Like, I'm an email extremist. I'm an email supremacist. I mean, I've built all my companies on the back of simple plain text emails. And in consulting, I send an email every day with a video. In the insurance business, I used to send 2 emails a week. In the hockey business, 2 emails a week. In the barbershop business, 1 email a week. Any business I've ever been in, I've done 3 things to build them into #1 top companies in terms of profitability. I built an email list from nothing, from zero, in every company. I emailed them consistently, the list, once a week, twice a week, sometimes 7 times a week. And I sold products that helped the people on my list. That has always been my 3-prong approach in business, using what the great Matt Fury calls the 8th wonder of the marketing world, email, and the honey that brings in the money. Email is the honey that brings in the money. So I was like shocked when she told me this story. Krista told me this story on Friday night. I was like, why didn't you tell me? The fruit stand, the vegetable stand that I stop at has an email list. And she was like, yeah, when you buy stuff, do they not ask you for your email? And I was like, come to think of it, they do. So they have my wife's email because she does some of the buying as well. And she gets an email every Tuesday or Wednesday from the local vegetable stand here. It's just a stand by the road. And it's always busy and it's always packed with people. And they're always selling their produce, for 5-6 months of the year. So she tells me that every Tuesday or Wednesday, from spring, summer, right into the fall, right up to Thanksgiving, she gets these reminder emails. Corn is in now. Local corn is available. Fall potatoes are here. Fresh tomatoes are available. Cucumbers. All of this stuff. And what does email do? It triggers the person to think about, you know what? I should pick up some vegetables on the way home. I should pick up some fruits. And it's the first time I've heard a story like this where some farmer is so smart. Like, this is badass farm marketing. Like, this is badass, where they're, number one, building an email list. Number two, they're emailing consistently to their previous buyers. My wife is a buyer. And they're selling them products that can help them. Healthy foods. And it works. My wife, on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, opens up that email and it cues her up. Yeah, we should pick up some fresh corn. And she'll send a message to me, and the next thing I know, I'm buying corn. I'm buying cucumbers. I'm buying tomatoes from the local farmer. It's just badass email marketing 101. So when people say to me, well, Michael, my business is different. My business is different. I can't use email in my business. My business is different. I'm a chiropractor, or I'm a dentist, or I'm a candlestick maker, or I'm a golf pro, or I'm a piano teacher. And it's just totally burying yourself in BS. There is no different business. Email is the honey that brings in the money. It's the eighth wonder of the marketing world. And it's where all the money is in direct response marketing. It's where all of the profit is in direct response marketing. It was in the insurance business for me. It was in the barbershop franchise business. It was in the hockey business. It was in the coaching business. All the money was through email. And when it comes right down to it, we've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars through the years for community fundraising, charities, the Rotary Club, the Food Bank, children's literacy, cancer research, you name it. What'd we use? Email. All the time. Now my daughter's at that stuff. She's, how's she promoting her charity lemonade stands? Videos and email. Email. Not anti-social media. Not twits and tweeters. Not Instagrunt. Not linked out. Not any of that stuff. It's email and mail. Email and mail. But the great thing about email is you don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars printing paper and buying postage. You can just sit down. You can write a simple plain text email like I do, once a week, twice a week, whatever you want. You press send, and it's the honey that brings in the money. But I just can't believe this story that my wife shared with me on our date night. A vegetable stand that every time they send out an email, they get a boost of anywhere from $300 to over $1,000 in brand new sales. How incredible is that story? Like, I've heard a lot of people, using email to dominate in their business. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. Golf clubs and pizzerias and people fundraising. But a vegetable stand, a fruit stand, man, these people are badass. And I did a little bit of research and I talked to them before I shot this video and I got their numbers. They have an email list of over 2,000 people because if you buy any of their products, when you pay, it's all cash. They ask you for your email. And if a person says, why do you want my email? They say, it's so I can keep you up to date on when the new fresh produce is available. Well, if you buy vegetables and fruits locally, you want that information, right? I want to know as soon as the corn is ready. I want to know as soon as the tomatoes are available in the spring. I want to know when the potatoes are available in the fall. So people give their email, and on top of that, the girl who runs the vegetable stand, she's obviously scripted. And she says also, we have special discounts and specials for our email list. So is it any wonder they have an email list of a couple of thousand buyers? Just think about this. That's an email list of buyers. Okay, not prospects, not potential buyers, buyers. Their list is entirely made up of a couple of thousand of people that have handed them cash, have bought things from them in the past. They have a list of players with money. As the great Gary Halbert would say, players with money. Not prospects, not freebie seekers, buyers. Everybody that buys fruit or vegetables from them, they grab the email, they put it in their email software, and boom, every week or twice a week, you get an email from the vegetable stand. And what does it result in? The honey that brings in the money, an increase in sales of $300, $500, $700, up to $1,100, they told me, by sending and pressing send. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There is no different business. So if you're in business and you're sick and tired of pissing away your money, like I have, in anti-social media, big tech, Google, fake book, paid ads, maybe you've tried, different things, image advertising. If you're tired of all that expensive stuff that just kills your money, it's time to join my emailmillions.coach program. It's a mastermind. It's monthly. I do a training every month, and I write, this is critical, I write in a weekly email for you. Michael, I don't know how to write. No big deal. I'll write one email per week for you. You just press send. I'll tell you the software to use. I'll tell you how to gradually build your list from zero. I started zero with all my companies. Okay, I'll write the email for you every week. All you have to do is press send. Personalize it and press send. A vegetable stand can do it. A sheep farmer, I heard the other day, is using email to increase their income. Anybody and everybody. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a small business owner, and you want to learn how to build a list, how to email the list consistently, and how to sell your list things that help them, products that you're proud of, go to emailmillions.coach. Emailmillions.coach. And I'll tell you another reason why you got to skedaddle over to there now. In the next few weeks, definitely before the end of the year, I'm doubling the price. So it's $147 a month. That's it. For the trainings, for 4 emails, for all of that stuff inside the locker room. You're part of a mastermind with other elite entrepreneurs, men and women. So it's $147 measly dollars. That's 1 sale a month, or that's 2 sales a month. I help you build your list. I actually write the 4 emails every month for you. I train you on the philosophy behind it. And we talk about the products that you need to sell to help your list. $147 a month. But here's the thing. I'm doubling the price before the end of this calendar year. Doubling the price. $147 is not enough to charge. So if you want to get grandfathered in, if you want to lock yourself in at that $147 price, when in the future people are going to be paying $200, $300, up to $500, depending on the level, then to get grandfathered in and lock in that price, go to emailmillions.coach. Sign up. I'll lock you in at the $147 a month. You can cancel at any time. There's no contract or anything like that. And let's start building your list. Let's start emailing your list. And let's start selling your people, your prospects, your clients, products that help and make their life better. A vegetable stand, a fruit stand, I heard the other day a local sheep farmer here is using email to save the family farm. And these stories go on, and I'm going to share more of them this week. Emailmillions.coach. Emailmillions.coach. What the hell? It's the honey that brings in the money. It's the eighth wonder of the marketing world, and it allows you to focus on one thing. Get rid of that social media, get rid of that pay-per-click, get rid of all of that stuff that's one big pain in the ass, and do what I do in every one of my companies. Build your company by email and mail. And let's start with email. Emailmillions.coach. Listen, there's less than 2 months left in this calendar year. Let's sprint into the new year. Let's not stagger in like most entrepreneurs, just mailing it in or phoning it in or trying to get in. Let's get some badass momentum. Let's start building your email list these last 2 months of the year. Let's start getting some emails. I'll write them for you every week. And let's get some momentum and sales going heading into the new year so you can kick ass and take names in 2024. If that sounds like a deal, I'll hold your hand. I'll help you. I'll write the emails. All you have to do is decide that, hey, I'm not going to limp into the new year. I'm going to sprint in. I'm going to sprint into the new year. I'm going to get serious about the eighth wonder of the world. I'm going to get serious about the honey that brings in the money, and then do it. Emailmillions.coach. And man, oh man, I'll lock you in at that lowest price of $147, and I'll grandfather you in. So that's the price that you pay for as long as you're part of the mastermind. That's it. Be brave, be fierce, be bold, and always, always be relentless.